Well, I think main for everyone's health. That seems to be an issue that doesn't really seem to have much importance as far as the MLAs are concerned.
Everybody's worried about the NHS and how we're going to move forward because things just seem to be getting worse. Education as well is a big thing. You know, special needs children just seem to be totally neglected, and there's no hope for them really. Everybody seems to be struggling to get places for their school, to get extra support for their schools. So it's really NHS, and I think education's a big thing.
Possibility of legalising marijuana. You mean like we need taxes? The potholes are massive. You mean they're like craters now? So you mean we need to venture into different venues where there's a lot of taxes, where a lot of other governments are making a lot of money out of it.
Cost of living, housing. There seems to be less and less houses each year. So I'm on a list at the moment to hear about a house, and I've been told anywhere from 2 years to 4 years.
I just don't think at the minute there's anything being resolved. National health, schools, everything else. You know, they're just promising everything, and once you elect them, nothing's getting done.
The cost of living, the inflation seems to be coming down, but prices in the shops aren't coming down.
He's just like every other, I'm going to say it, he's just like every other Tory politician, isn't he? He's married to the daughter of the richest man in India, so something tells me he doesn't have our best interests at heart.
Don't like him, sorry, but don't like him. I don't actually think any of the three leaders are credible leaders for the Tories, for the Labour or for the Lib Dems.
I don't think he's done what he has promised to do for people, and that's really it in a nutshell with all of them, I'm being honest with you.
He comes across very well, but I don't think he actually understands how normal people function in this world. You know, he's from a very, I suppose, high background in that he doesn't understand what it is to penny pinch or what it is to struggle to pay your bills, you know, things like that. And, you know, I think that's part of the issue. I think that's maybe why the Conservatives are losing confidence of people.
I think he's probably done his best, but I really don't trust any politicians. They promise to the earth until they get elected, and then they find all sorts of reasons not to fulfill their promises.
Don't get me wrong, I think he's had a hard time when he came in, and as I say, I think he's done a reasonable job. Don't get me wrong, it's a terrible job that he's in, and he's done, I reckon, a good enough go at it. As I say, for what's coming behind, I think that's even worse, to be quite honest. You know what I mean? That's my view on it, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't be a fan of Keir Starmer. I think they all kind of try to get one up on the other instead of thinking what do people really want, what do people want to hear, and it's nearly like they're fighting like children in the playground. You know, we don't want that. We want positivity, and not that, well, they've done this and that's not good enough, so we're going to do something else. That's not what we want to hear. We want to hear facts and how they're going to put things right, and that's not what they're telling us.
Time will tell, won't it, really? And, you know, maybe it's time for change for everybody in Northern Ireland, you know, and I don't know, hopefully we can go forward, you know, and people will recognise that there's an awful lot going on in this country that needs sorted out, you know. I think personally Brexit was the worst thing ever happened, but that's just my personal opinion, you know.
He talks a lot and does nothing. That's my view. You know, that's only my view. Thousands of people probably disagree, but as I say, my view is that he's the best of what's left, if you understand me, between Conservative or between Labour and the Green Party and all these other parties. You know what I mean? I think he's the best of that, but I don't think he'll actually make a good Prime Minister. That's just basic fact. Now, other people might disagree with me, yes, but that's my view.
I think people are so disillusioned now with politics at the moment, be it US politics, European politics, British politics. It really is. They all just eat from the same trough. So I don't think any of them have our best interest at heart. And they can talk about this and they can talk about that and gender this and gender that. and argue to their blue in the face, doesn't put food in people's tables, doesn't pay their electric bills, their gas bills. So they just want to be seen like they're talking about the latest trend or fad, which does nothing to give people jobs or houses or ease their cost of living. They're all the same. Keir Starmer, whatever he wants to say about where he came from, or Keir Starmer. So none of it helps anybody.